I am Milay Kumar, working as an assistant professor in Department of Physics. So in this video, I am going to explain the topic Davis and Gaucher's method to determine the critical potentials. First one, aim of this method to determine the critical potential, which includes the ionization and the excitation potential. Experimental arrangement of this Davis and Gaucher's method. There is a glass bulb containing the gas under steady mercury. As a filament F, there is a cathode C grades G1 and G2 and a plate P, where VA, which represents the accelerating potential, which is placed between the cathode C and the grid G1. The electrons from the filament F are accelerated by the potential difference VA. Then collisions will take place between the two grades G1 and G2. The electrons from the filament F are accelerated by the potential difference VA. Then they enter into the collision region, which lies between the two grades G1 and G2. In the collision region G1, G2, the electrons experience a retarding potential difference VR, just greater than VA. When we apply a small potential difference capital V, which is maintained between G2 and P, this potential can be reversed with the help of a reversing key, which is mentioned in the diagram. The grid G2 and the metal plate P are made of photosensitive material. The current, which is indicated by the galvanometer G, which lies between the G2 and P. Explanation of this graph, we have to draw the graph between galvanometer current and the accelerating potential. There is a vast difference between the accelerating potential of 4.9, 6.7 and 10.4. So the graph is plotted between the accelerating potential VA and the galvanometer current. So the galvanometer current, it shows 0. When it shows 0 means there is no electrons are able to reach the plate, whatever be the direction of V, as VR is always maintained just greater than VA. Then the galvanometer indicates somewhat current, which shown by the S letter point on the curve. In this, VA, which is equal to 4.9 volt mercury, due to inelastic collision. There is inelastic collision will take place. Thus, the mercury atoms excited by inelastic collisions with the electrons of energy 4.9 eV return to the ground state with the emission of spectral radiation of wavelength 2536 Armstrong. This radiation falling on G2 and P releases photoelectrons. Let the reversing key be such that G2 is negative with respect to P. The photoelectrons released from P cannot move towards G2, while the photoelectrons released from G2 move towards P. So therefore the galvanometer indicates a current. So this is the state corresponding to the point S on the curve. Next one, when VA is equal to 6.7 volt. What happened? So when Va is increased beyond 4.9 B due to deeper penetration of the accelerated electrons into the collision region, what happens? More and more atoms in this region gets excited. So consequently the photoelectric current increases. If the potential between G2 and P is reversed and the experiment repeated, what happens? Photoelectrons can move from P to G2 and not from G to P. So this results in a current in the galvanometer in a direction opposite to that previously obtained. When Va which is equal to 6.7 volt, there is a rapid increase in the photoelectric current. So this is due to the emission of the spectral radiation of wavelength 1849 Armstrong, 1849 Armstrong by the mercury atoms excited by what type of collision means inelastic collisions with the electrons. As before, this photoelectric current is reversed on reversing B. So in this graph, the curve SQR, so above the x-axis, when G2 is positive, while the curve SQ dash R dash below the x-axis when G2 is negative. So this type of curve we obtained based on the G2 is positive or negative with respect to P. Next, when Va approaches 10.4 volt, there is a approved change in the galvanometer occur when Va approaches 10.4 volt. The current, however, now does not get reversed as before when V is reversed. It can be explained if you take 10.4 B as an ionization potential of mercury, that is inelastic collision of electrons of energy 10.4 electron volt with the mercury atoms in the collision region produce so many positive ions. So these positive ions will be accelerated by a large potential difference which is equal to Dr and will reach the plate whatever be direction of the comparatively small potential difference which is equal to capital B. So due to that the galvanometer shows somewhat current because of these positive ions. So the current recorded by G is now due to positive ions. This ionization current cannot be reversed by reversing the direction of B. Hence 4.9 and 6.7 volts which gives the excitation potential. Then 10.4 volt is the ionization potential of mercury. So through this method we have to distinguish the excitation and ionization potential. So this method is subject to only a systematic error on account of the initial velocity of emission of the electrons from the hot filament. So the actual energy of the electrons will therefore be greater than the corresponding to the accelerating potential. So the correction for this error can be determined by measuring known critical potentials with the apparatus used. So conclusion, so we can easily examine the relation between the accelerating, that means excitation and the ionization potentials.